That's right. Here we got a war on a multiplicity of fronts. They're all over the place. I mean, you know, you look at my publication twice a week, the links. Look at your site, the things that you've got on there. It's just there's one problem after another, and you know we cover them closely, and we can't really even adequately cover them during the course of a week.
Hey, why do you think we got massive, sustained, multiple denial of service attacks over our CDNs at our servers, and then when we would switch out so they couldn't hit the servers, they would just hit the entire facilities, clearly governmental. I mean, doesn't the government know that just makes everybody want to visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com that much more, and that you know basically underlines and certifies what we're doing?
It's an occupational hazard for them, and they think in their arrogance that they're more powerful and much smarter than we are, and the sheeple out there will listen to them and not us. The factor here, the swing factor, is the economy, which they have deliberately denigrated worldwide in order to bring about world government. But at the same time, when they do that, they bring people down to this savage level, if you may. And they know that they're creating a problem while they're creating a condition that they want. It's just like interest rates. The Treasury needs them higher to attract more money, and the Fed wants them down so more people will buy houses. You can't have it both ways. And so the Treasury and the Fed are in a ringer, and so aren't the Illuminists behind the throne. They're in the same ringer.
And they
Believe
know
me, they're not going to have an easy time doing this.
Well, that's what we've been saying, and I said 2 months ago, and then again a month ago, I see them playing the controlled bioweapon release, whether it's fear-mongering or the real thing, because that's the only thing. They don't have to blame it on men in a cave, and then the proof comes out it wasn't men in a cave. They can just say it naturally popped up. Oh, my God, we've got to take your rights to keep you safe from this. And then that becomes the news cycle instead of losing your job, and then it makes the government the savior who's going to hand out the Tamiflu and the vaccines to you and you know, direct the response. And I really think we're seeing what their response is going to be, and that, as Napolitano said, this is basically just the beginning. I think we're witnessing how they're going to come at us, Bob, and if we get the word out about how they're coming at us, that's going to give us a leg up on them.
That's right, and it may stop them from doing it. So we got to really pound on this and let people know. And all you listeners out there have to let all the people that you know that this is a scam, and this is what they're up to. They want to institute a bigger bomb later in the form of a real killer flu, and at the same time justify inoculations as well as herding people into camps.
Why didn't they
those who aren't?
Yeah, why didn't they just release a regular flu? Why did they release one that's so easy to track that it's designer? Is that like an open threat to people that are informed?
They could have done something dumb too, you know.
Yeah, that was dumb flying the plane to the middle of New York with F-16s 10 feet from buildings. Or was it dumb? Bob Chapman, stay there. TheInternationalForecaster.com. We got Alan Watt. I can't wait to get his take on all this coming up at the 8 after. Bob Chapman with us till then. I do need to, before we go back to Bob Chapman, TheInternationalForecaster.com, get a free subscription there, invaluable information. Okay, going back to Bob Chapman. Bob, back to the economy. You've got a lot of data on that. I mean, notice how Chrysler goes under 2 days ago, and then the stock market shoots up as the plunge protection team dumps money in. What do you see happening in the short term and then long term?
Well, I think the short term, the Dow Jones has run its course. And I think that's as far as they're going to take it. We're looking at a reverse head and shoulders on gold and silver, which has been being completed right now. They should shoot back up again quite soon. We're looking at the economy is not going to revive. For the next year and a half, we'll probably go sideways to slightly lower. In other words, the GDP, which in the fourth quarter was a minus 6.3%, minus 6.1% in the first quarter. We'll probably be minus 5 in the second quarter, and maybe minus 4 during the last half of the year. Next year it might go to even. And that's it. And that's the extent of any revival that they could have in the economy. Right now, it's still on its back. There's been no improvement. And so when they do these things, which should have never been started in the first place, that is bailing out Wall Street, the financial companies, GE, AIG, and then now General Motors and particularly Chrysler, which has been put into bankruptcy. They know, because of their own plans, that Chrysler and GM are not going to make it. They've already made that decision.
That's right, they have. Back in 70 seconds, final segment with Bob Chapman of InternationalForecaster.com. I'm Alex Jones. Alan Watts coming up. We are back live. Bob, talking about myself for a moment, and we'll finish up with the economy, because I'm just a gauge of all this. I have this Max Blumenthal attacking me, saying increasingly influential online conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. Many gun show attendees I spoke with were convinced Obama planned to usher in a Marxist dictatorship. I have MSNBC today attacking me with some comment on a message board saying, you know, something bad about Mexico, has nothing to do with me. I have CNN attacking me yesterday, calling me a evil conspiracy theorist. They are really coming after me, and I know why. I'm saying arrest the bankers. They've committed crimes. Ron Paul has agreed. Audit the Fed, in the Fed, and then you get the top politically. You fixed it, and then you can start, reversing things. Do you agree that's why they're coming after me right now?
Well, they are hurting. The information that you're putting out is crippling them. They're frantic, and they don't know which way to turn. And you've got them running around in circles, screaming, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And that's why you're getting attacked. You know you're being effective when you're getting attacked.
Yeah, when I say, I've got them running around, Bob Chapman does, all of us together, the stuff you've been doing for 40 years, but they certainly are now focusing in on me. I mean, mainstream news is saying I'm like the poobah now, and I don't like it, Bob, I'll tell you. I don't like the feeling of the eye of Sauron looking at me.
Well, you don't have any choice. You selected the right path of truth to bring to the people, and this is an occupational hazard. This is the part of what you're going to have to put up with. And
I agree with you. But I mean, it's also a good feeling to know I'm already in too deep and there's no going back.
Well, look, you keep on shooting back, keep on exposing them. This morning I did 11 programs before 11 o'clock. I'm going to drive them crazy, just like you are. And I was on with Gordon Liddy this morning. We're getting to them, believe me.
Yeah, Bob, you're just incredible. You deserve so much credit. I know you don't want it. You just want your grandkids to be free. But I've been doing this for 45 years and just immeasurable. And that's the reason they haven't killed us, is there's too many of us. There's too many Bob Chapmans and Alex Joneses and G. Edward Griffins, and, the work of Aaron Russo goes on, even though he died of cancer. And all these other people, Lynn Horowitz's and Alan Watts and all of them, that we are kicking their butt. And they know that we're beginning. It's like they've been beating us in a fight, but suddenly it's switched in the 8th round. And if we want it more than they want, we're in the fight, is the way I would put it.
Well, you speak about there's a lot of people out there doing it. We want millions more, or at least thousands more, to help us. Word of mouth is fine. But there's people out there who have the same abilities that we have, and they've got to get in this fight. They got to get in and get publications and get pamphlets out to people and get on the Internet and try to get a program. I mean, I sent somebody who I thought was worthy to Ted the other day to start a program. It's important to get in there.
Absolutely. TheInternationalForecaster.com. We'll talk to you again next week. Thanks for all your time, Bob. We know we love you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You bet. Yeah, Bob Chapman is breaking out huge as well. I tell you, this is exciting, and I am so glad that people are doing what they're doing.